Acharya Astataro Shishimad Divine Grace Srila Abhay Charana Ravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki ISKCON Founder, BBT Founder Srila Prabhupada Ki Anant Kodi Vaishnav Vrinda Ki Antaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Srila Vyasadev Ki Jai, Guru Parampara Ki Jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga Gaur Premanande Hari Hari. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 78, the killing of Dantavakra and Romahashana. So the final two texts in this chapter, text 39 is on the board, and then text 40 has a short purport which ends the chapter. Tam papam jahi dasaha tan na sushrusanam param puya sonita vin mutra sura mamsabhivashinam tam papam jahidasaham tanna sushrusanam param puya sonita vinmutra suramamsa bhivashinam tam papam jahidasaha tanna sushrusanam param puya sonita vinmutra suramamsa bhivashinam tam papam jahidashaha tanna sushrusanam param puya sonita vinmutra suramamsa bhivashinam. Sushrusanam param puya sonita vinmutra suramamsa. What is this? What time class finish? Finish. In Goa? Tam, that, papam, sinful person, Jahi, please kill. Dar Shah, O descendant of Dar Shah, Tat, that, Na, to us, Sushru Sanam, service, Param, best, Puya, pus, Sonita, blood, Vit, fishes, Mutra, urine, Sura, wine, Mamsa, and meat, Abhivashinam, who pours down. Translation. O descendant of Dar Shah, please kill that sinful demon who pours down pus, blood, fishes, urine, wine, and meat upon us. This is the best service you can do for us. Text number 40. Tatascha bharatam vasham parityasu samahitaha charitvadvadasamasam tetasnaye vishuddhyasi. Translation. Thereafter, for 12 months, you should circumambulate the land of Bharata in the mode of serious meditation, executing austerities and bathing at various holy pilgrimage sites. In this way you will become purified. Purport. Srila Jiva Goswami points out that the word Vishuddhyasi means that Lord Balaram would achieve spotless fame by setting such a perfect example for the people in general. Srila Prabhupada writes, quote, the Brahmanas could understand the purpose of the Lord, and thus they suggested that he atone in a manner which would be beneficial for them. Thus in the purports of the humble servants of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, to the 10th canto, 78th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam entitled The Killing of Dantavakra, Vidurata, and Romahashana. Amagyana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Apatitanam Pavanabhyo Vaishnavabhyo Namo Namaha. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada mentions in the Krishna book in round about chapter 78 that when Lord Balaram heard that an arrangement was being made uh, for a fight between the two rival parties in the Kuru dynasty, uh, one headed by Duryodhan and the other headed by, you could say in one sense, Maharaj Yudhishthir and the Pandavas. Srila Prabhupada said that Balaram, he did not like this idea very much. Yeah. And he tried to act as a mediator to stop the fighting. Finding it impossible and not wishing to take an active part on behalf of either party, he left Dwarka on the plea of visiting various holy places of pilgrimage. And the end of these two verses will begin the chapter 79, which says Lord Balaram goes on pilgrimage. So that's a connection. We are aware that Balaram, in the previous appearance as Lakshman, was pretty much distressed that he appeared as the younger brother to Lord Ramachandra. One of the first features of his distressful condition was when Lord Ramachandra married Madhusita. Until that time, Lakshman was the constant attendant of Lord Ramachandra. But since his sister-in-law now took the place, Madhusita, he was not really allowed by the culture of Krishna consciousness to go into the inner quarters of Lord Ramachandra, where only Sita was allowed. Prior to that, he used to even put him to rest, and then he would go and take rest after that. But now, that personal service has been taken away. So Lakshman, he did not reveal his consciousness to anyone, but it was the beginning stage of, why did I appear as the younger brother? He was questioning that. Then later on, when Sita was apparently abducted by Ravana, she wasn't really abducted because it was a Chaya Sita. Chaya means a shadow form of the real Sita, and the evidence is given in Kurma Puran, which is quoted in Chaitanya Charitamrita. But prior to that so-called kidnapping of Sita, or Chaya Sita more by Ravana, we are aware that Marich came around and Sita was desiring that so-called golden deer, and Lord Ramachandra instructed Lakshman that you always protect Sita and never leave her. Prior to that, when they were being trained as young boys by Vashishta and Vishwamitra Munis, when Lakshman was asked by his teachers, what will you offer as Guru Dakshin? So Lakshman took a vow that if anybody tells me to disobey the order of Lord Ramachandra, I will kill immediately. Kill immediately. This is his Guru Dakshin. And this very much pleased Vashishta and Vishwamitra Munis. So here the Leela is there when Mother Sita is telling Lakshman, go and help your brother. Because he is screaming out, Lakshman, Sita, please help. But meanwhile it was the impersonation of the voice of Lord Ramachandra from Marich when he was about to be killed by Lord Ramachandra. So Lakshman made it very clear that this is not our Lord. So don't be in anxiety. So then he checked himself. And he checked himself because this is the very first time that he sort of indirectly instructed Mother Sita, don't be in anxiety. Like that. And immediately Mother Sita said, huh? You are telling me? Like that. So he sort of broke a lesser rule for the higher rule to protect her. That this can happen. So then Mother Sita said some things that are not proper, but at the same time she was desperate. She was desperate. To the effect that she didn't mean it, but just to jolt him. To the effect, you have been waiting that our Lord will be killed so that, you can be with me. Anyway, you're already with me. So he became completely terrified and completely insulted by her. Completely. But at the same time, he knew that she doesn't really mean it because she's desperate. She's desperate. You go. So then at that time, he created this, he took his, you could say in one sense, arrow, like that. But what is really happening is that Mother Sita is telling Lakshman not to follow Lord Ramachandra's order. And he took that sankalpa. Anybody who tells me to disobey the order of Lord Ramachandra, I kill immediately. Anybody. So automatically his hand went to the Agni Astra, that arrow, and he took it up and he strung with the bow. So Sita was very fearful when he did that. So he was about to strike the arrow, not on Mother Sita, but he's looking for a target because she told him to disobey the order of Lord Ramachandra, and he kept to kill immediately. So as we are aware that Mother Sita's mother, anybody knows who? You have to be thoughtful, very careful. Who's Mother Sita's actual mother? All of you. All the jivas are Mother Sita's mother. Mother Sita's mother. The mother of Sita is Bhumi. Bhumi. So she, Bhumi, Mother Earth, appeared unseen to Mother Sita, to Lakshman. And she said, you strike this arrow at me. Because striking the arrow at the mother is good as striking the arrow at the daughter. strike it at me. So he released the arrow and it stuck. And then it moved and it made this circle called Rekha. Yeah? Something, I don't know Hindi, but they call it Rekha. Yeah. And then he pleaded to Mother Sita that it's the first time I'm giving you a formal instruction. And then I will leave. Mother Sita said, you can give me 108 instructions, no problem. But do it fast and go. So he instructed her for the first time, never leave the outside of the boundary of this circle. Like that. And he was very pained to give that instruction. So at that time he took a vow, never again younger brother. Never again younger brother. Because not only he has to follow the orders of Lord Ramachandra, and he has to also follow the order of Mother Sita, because she's senior to him. Yeah. So then there's some other Leela also in relation to that vow, you're becoming more and more, like committed to that vow. Like that. So that's how he appeared as Balaram. Now in this context, which is the overlap of transition from these two verses into the next chapter, Balaram goes on pilgrimage. So Lord Balaram had now appeared from Lakshman as the elder brother. So when he appeared as the elder brother of Krishna, he had a bigger problem than being younger brother. Yeah. So the bigger problem than being younger brother is that he cannot serve Krishna as he likes, because Krishna will not accept service from the elder brother. So he became quite depressed, very much depressed. That now when I was Lakshman, I had so much service, even if the service was difficult to do, but it was service. But now as the elder brother, Krishna will not really accept service because, he'll not allow me to serve him because I'm the elder brother. The younger brother is meant to serve the elder brother. Like that. So, this is the stressful situation, and therefore the distress that was added to that is that he knew that Krishna arranged the fight. Although he was also acting as a mediator, but it was impossible for him to, to actually come to the point of don't fight, because he was in favor of Balaram. And Balaram was in favor of Duryodhana as his best club student, And he was also having, Bhima as his student. So he couldn't take sides. But at the same time, he said, why? I'm a mediator, but it's impossible for me to actually stop this fight. So then I realized it is my brother's arrangement, Krishna's arrangement. So Krishna indirectly showed his superiority to Balaram, that the war is going to go on. The war is going to go on, the battle of Kurukshetra, like that. So he became a little bit more disturbed. Now, when you become disturbed and you cannot stop the fight, and neither can you partake in the fight in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, you go away. I'd rather leave this place. Like that. And Krishna knew that. At the same time, he was so distressed that he could not serve Radha, Krishna, because they are younger and he is the elder brother. Like that. So as a result of that distressful condition, Srila Rupa Goswami explains in Radha Krishna Ganodesh Tipika that the stress of the anxiety of not serving and not allowed to serve both Srimati Radharani and Krishna because they are now younger in this appearance, appeared in the form of another personality. This distressful eagerness, within the distress, but the anxiety that I cannot serve, appeared in the form of a nice manjari. You know her name? Ananga Manjari. Yeah. So Ananga Manjari is the desire of Lord Balaram in the form of Ananga Manjari to serve the divine couple. And it is known that she appears as if as the younger sister of Srimati Radharani, according to Srila Rupa Goswami. And that same Ananga Manjari appeared in two forms, as Vasudha Devi and Janava Mata, who are the co-wives or consorts of Lord Nityananda. One form of Ananga Manjari into two forms as the wives of Lord Nityananda. So Balaram did not really become appeased by even going on pilgrimage, because he had his own desire to do that away from the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So therefore these two verses give us that he actually needed blessings and permission to go on pilgrimage. So the saintly persons and the sages in these two verses, they said that you do us a favor first, and then we bless you to go on pilgrimage by killing this particular demon in the previous name, Balvala. Kill him and please us, and then we bless you to go on pilgrimage. So Balaram followed some dharma in a way, although is not really required to do so. Now, Balaram was feeling, Krishna is a little different from me, because he can do things indirectly without asking me permission, by letting the battle of Kurukshetra go on. Because Krishna can easily stop it. He can do anything. But by Krishna's arrangement, Prabhupada said, by the arrangement that's being made, Balaram was not really happy with that arrangement. And actually he was not really happy with who? With Krishna himself. How he's allowing this to go on. And he also knew that Krishna is actually taking one side, and his army on the other side. So Krishna is already in the battle. So therefore, Krishna very intelligently, most intelligent personality, he allowed the battle to go on without telling Balaram that he arranged it. See? Like that. So then Balaram felt, well, I thought Krishna and myself, we are one, in our desires. But it seems to be that we are different. So then I'm going to do something different. I don't need to get his permission. I'm the elder brother. So therefore he went on pilgrimage. Then once in Allahabad, at the Kumbh Mela, a dispute took place between two very senior devotees of Srila Prabhupada. And they both now are late. They've left us. One is Madhu Savita Prabhu, and the other is Madhu Yamuna. So they were having a transcendental argumentative exchange. Like that. Yeah. And Madhu Savita Prabhu told Madhu Yamuna that, there's no difference between Krishna and Balaram. The only difference is that Krishna is blackish and Balaram is whitish. Like that. So then Madhu Yamuna said, no, there is a difference. Because Krishna is the only enjoyer of Srimati Radharani, whereas Balaram is not. So that's a major difference. Okay, yeah. So the two, they wanted to win one over the other. And they were like arguing quite loudly. And then Srila Prabhupada's secretary at that time, Tamal Krishna Goswami, he was hearing the argument, between them. And then he asked, what's the matter? So they explained to him, this is what we're arguing about. Then Tamal Krishna Goswami said, don't worry, I'll bring this up to Srila Prabhupada. Like that. So when he began saying to Srila Prabhupada that Madhuvista Prabhu had said that the only difference between Krishna and Balaram is the color. Krishna is blackish and Balaram is whitish. Srila Prabhupada said, Madhuvisa is right. Before hearing the other part. Then Tamal Krishna Goswami said, but Mother Yamuna said that there is another difference, that Krishna is the only enjoyer of Srimati Radharani. Then Srila Prabhupada said, Yamuna is right. So then Tamal Krishna Goswami said, but Srila Prabhupada, they are both saying different things. They both cannot be right. And then Srila Prabhupada replied, you are right. Tamal Krishna Goswami, you are right. Then Tamal Krishna Goswami said, but Srila Prabhupada, then who is right? Who is right? Tell me, still. Then Srila Prabhupada said, you decide. Okay. See? So later on, Srila Prabhupada was at the Krishna Balaram Mandir. Okay. So then Srila Prabhupada asked some of his disciples, you see Krishna and Balaram? They said yes. Then Srila Prabhupada asked his disciples, who is stronger? So the disciples are looking at the deities. Who is stronger? Okay. Nice. When Srila Prabhupada says something, they're like very intent. Oh yes, who is Krishna Balaram? It's like we just see Krishna Balaram, but we don't see who is stronger. So it's just not the deity, it's not the Acha Vigraha. It's the quality Prabhupada is bringing them into. He's bringing them into the qualities of the Lord. So asking who is stronger. We just see Krishna Balaram, but Prabhupada, who is stronger? Because quality. It's not just the Nam Roop, it's the Guna also, quality, and the Lila. So who is stronger will be Lila also. Yeah. So Prabhupada asks, who is stronger? So everyone said certain things and so forth. But they were a little scared because they may say the wrong answer. Like that. Then Srila Prabhupada said, can't you see Krishna is stronger? Can't you see how Krishna is stronger? Like that. And then Srila Prabhupada said, can you see where's Balaram's hand? Left hand? On Krishna's right? Sure. So why should Balaram lean on Krishna's shoulder? Because Krishna is stronger. Like that. So this is a type of difference. This is a type of difference. Although they are one, but there's some sense of difference like that. And then we could understand from that exchange that Krishna is stronger. He took on the whole battlefield of Kurukshetra. Whereas Balaram did not. In that way. Yeah. So then there is another difference, but simultaneously not different. This is a Chincha Beda Tattva. Like that. Vasudeva and Nanda Maharaj, they were very intimately connected. And they practically lived as brothers. Furthermore, Srila Prabhupada told us from the Tika or commentary of Srila Madhavacharya that Vasudeva and Nanda Maharaj practically were stepbrothers. Like that. But we should also know that the Madhurya Bhav, the sweetness, is the form of Nanda. And Nanda expands into the Aishvarya in the form of Vasudeva. It's the same personality but expansion from Braj Mandala or Vrindavan into Mathura. Like that. So Vasudev's father, Surasen, Maharaj Surasen, he married a Vaishya girl, and from her Nanda Maharaj was born. See? And therefore Nanda Maharaj himself married a Vaishya girl, and her name is, come on, mother? Yasoda. So therefore the family is celebrated originally, although Kshatriya is higher than Vaishya, but the family is celebrated originally as a Vaishya family. And Krishna has appeared to Mother Yasoda and Nanda Maharaj in the Vaishya family, and he was identified himself as their son, and he took charge of the Vaishya activities. And therefore Krishna is transcendently known as a cowherd boy. Cowherd boy. Gopa. Yeah. So then one disciple asked Srila Prabhupada, if Krishna is a cowherd boy, then who is Balaram? And then Prabhupada in his like way of English, very sweet, very sweet. He said, yeah, Krishna is a cowherd boy and Balaram is a plow boy. It's his own coining, of who is Balaram. In other words, he has to relate to the consciousness of who's asking the question. He didn't say Haladar. Hala? And the carrier of the plow. Yeah. But Prabhupada specifically mentioned to this disciple, Balaram is a plow boy. Plow. Creating furrows. Making the soil fertile for agriculture. Like that. This disciple said he distinctly got that impression in his consciousness. He wasn't talking about plow to plunder somebody or hit somebody, no. Plow boy. Because herd the cows and agriculture. Like that. So therefore these two transcendental brothers, they represent a Rishi, KR as a Rishi Rakshaya and Go Rakshaya. The protectors of the cows and the protectors of agriculture. And therefore Srila Prabhupada used to say, this is our only wealth. Our only wealth in Krishna consciousness is, agriculture, grains and vegetables and so forth, and the cows give so many products that we can make dairy products. One time, our mother Yamuna, she was living in Vrindavan at that time. In the early days, in the early 70s, when a good husband, Guru Das Prabhu, was the temple president. One devotee told me he heard, I don't know whether Guru Das Prabhu directly said or something. He said that Guru Das Prabhu one time told one of his close friends, devotee friends, although I was the temple president designated, in the Krishna Balaram Mandir, but actually my wife was. Yeah. Because you could not put a female president there because of the cultural differences, cultural situation in Braj. You cannot have a female as a mahant of a mat or something. Yeah. So she was living with Guru Das in Vrindavan, serving Srila Prabhupada. So at one time, Srila Prabhupada didn't see her very much. Every day he used to see her and she used to see him. He rarely saw her. So one day he inquired from his servant, "Where is she? I didn't see her for several days." And he sent for her. And when she came, Mother Yamuna, Srila Prabhupada asked her, "So why are you not coming to hear from me? And why are you not coming to serve me now?" Like that. So Mother Yamuna admitted to Srila Prabhupada that she was very afraid of him, because she saw that recently, he was in a very heavy, chastising mood. Like that. And she even thought it was like Nishingadev now. Some potency of, Nishingadev, like chastising mood of late. But basically she was referring to Srila Prabhupada's insistence of pushing to get the Vrindavan temple built. That's why he was chastising everyone, including her husband, Gurudas, built. And even Surabi Prabhu at that time. Get this temple built. And he was in a chastising mood. So because he was in the mood to get the temple built, so even for the prasad and something, he was chastising everyone. Like that, yeah. So Srila Prabhupada said, only because of his pushing, was the temple being built. But again, Mother Yamuna, she confessed to Srila Prabhupada that she was very, very, very fearful of his anger. Like that. And then Srila Prabhupada said that, you may be afraid of your spiritual master, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't come and see him. You can still come and see him, although you're afraid. So Srila Prabhupada was sort of teaching a lesson, don't be impersonal. In that sense, like that. So then Srila Prabhupada, in order to make her feel comfortable, he wasn't chastising now, but he made her feel comfortable. Then he impersonally, he narrated the story of how Lord Balaram once forced the river Yamuna to come to him by using his plow, haladar, plowboy, like that. So then as he was speaking just to Mother Yamuna, the other devotees came close, and now they became aware that Srila Prabhupada was indirectly telling, his disciple that, of how Lord Balaram frightened and put fear in the Yamuna river to come to him. And Yamuna personified came. Like that. See? So it's like Srila Prabhupada's relationship with Mother Yamuna, and now Balaram's relationship with the river Yamuna personified. It's like a connection. You're fearful of me. Yes, Balaram put fear in Yamuna to come to him. So I'm putting fear in you to come and see me. Similar way. Like that. So, absorbed in this pastime of Lord Balaram, putting fear in Yamuna, personified to come to him, Srila Prabhupada described how the Lord, he became so intoxicated in drinking honey, Varuni, yeah, that he threatened Mother Yamuna and he forced her to come. Yeah. But when Mother Yamuna did not come, Lord Balaram began cutting the earth into furrows with his plow, and he divided the river Yamuna, forcing her to come. And in other words, I want you to come. This is my desire. Although you are fearful, I want you to come. This is my desire. So then Srila Prabhupada told Mother Yamuna, in the same way, I will drag you to come and see me. Just as Lord Balaram dragged the river Yamuna personified to come and see me. Then after that, Mother Yamuna agreed to stop her foolish reluctance. And then she again began to come and cook for Srila Prabhupada. Yeah. So these are various situations Balaram, and also in relation to Srila Prabhupada's mood of getting Balaram's mood. In that way, in relation to his disciples. But not that Srila Prabhupada is Balaram, but Srila Prabhupada is representing the Adiguru. And Balaram is the original spiritual master. Okay, we'll leave some time for comments and questions. Do you have any? Anyone? Mm-hmm. It's the microphone. Is the body.
Hare Krishna.
What's your name?
I'm Revati Vallabhdas.
Okay, Revati Vallabhdas.
Thank you, Maharaj, for the nice class. I just had this question, why Balramji is called Adi Guru?
Balaram is called Adi Guru because Krishna is known as Swayam Rupa. Swayam Rupa. There's no more complete form than the form of Krishna. And Srila Prabhupada says that Balaram is called Swayam Prakash. See? So the person who reveals the Swayam Rupa, which is Krishna, is called Swayam Prakash. So Balaram is the form of Swayam Prakash. That person who Prakash, who reveals the identity of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So therefore he is Adi Guru. Other questions? Or comments?
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Maharaj. Maharaj, we see that Balram was the teacher of Duryodhan, of martial arts. He was a teacher. He taught how to fight with the club to Duryodhan.
Mm-hmm.
So this is also something that is very difficult to reconcile, that Krishna and Balram are one. And then Krishna says that those who hate me, I am not so much hateful towards them. But those who hate my devotees, I am especially hateful of them. So Duryodhan is so much against the Pandavas, and Krishna, that's why dealt with them in a very negative way. So I just wanted to hear from you your perspective on how Balram could develop a soft heart for Duryodhan in some small way.
There's one commentary of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. When the question was asked to Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, that how is it that this Duryodhan, he's dur, you know what it means? He's so bad. See? That he's so dark that even darkness personified is lighter than him. This is Duryodhan. Yeah. So how come, he's there? Like that. He's there. So then Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that Duryodhan is within the Lila Shakti or pastime potency of the Lord. See? So part of the pastime potency of the Lord is also to bewilder Balaram. Is to bewilder Balaram. If Balaram knew that Duryodhan is so bad and because of him the battlefield of Kurukshetra is being fought, mainly it was because of him. Yeah. Like that. Then he would have went on the side of Dharma. Like that. But Balaram is beyond Dharma. Then he would have agreed to Krishna to fight on the side of Pandavas. But Balaram is Balena, Hitena. Balaram is the source of all spiritual strength. So the Kurukshetra would have been finished in a few moments when Balaram is on the battlefield. He finished everybody. But Krishna doesn't want that to happen. In other words, if Balaram goes on the battlefield, the first person he will go for is Duryodhan.
You. And when Duryodhana is killed, then battle is over. See? And Duryodhana will never ever fight with Balaram because this is my teacher. And if he taught me how to fight with the gada, the club, I cannot defeat my teacher. Because he wouldn't teach, he wouldn't have told me everything. He would have had something else that he didn't teach me and he will defeat me. See? So it's Krishna's arrangement that Balaram do not engage in the battlefield of Kurukshetra and go away. And it's Krishna's arrangement that Balaram keeps affection for Duryodhana. Go. So therefore, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur clearly explains that Duryodhana is within the pastime potency or Lila Shakti of the Lord. In fact, there's no demon, even in this material world, who's as good as Duryodhana. He is empowered to be that type of demon by the Lord so that the battlefield of Kurukshetra can take place to establish Dharma. So therefore you get these verses, Yada Yada Hi Dharmasya Glanir Bhavati Bhar. Okay. All right, I guess we will end here for today. Thank you very much for allowing me to be of some service. We'll meet again sometime in the future. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Anant Koti Vaishnava Vranda ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol.